Nobody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody on 49th Street at the bench.
In today's video, I want you guys to join me on a little bit of a journey. And that journey is going to be a sketchbook tour through these 3 sketchbooks. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and we have a couple of new drawings to take a look at. And to make things just a little bit more interesting, today's sketchbook tour is also going to feature some digital drawings that I never did in the books. I'm gonna be honest, I found myself having a good deal of fun just messing around on the tablet I recently got, not too long ago. But with that said, let's head on over to the table and check out the art. This was the piece I went ahead and demonstrated to you guys that markers and color pencils are essentially made for one another, man. These things are phenomenal together. That blue is just one marker, and the rest of it is all color pencils. Now this one was a concept piece, one that I never really intended to finish, but I just needed some basic straight letters to give the basic gist of what it was the concept was about. And the whole idea behind this piece is to have the people being crushed by another wall behind them. I also played around with the idea of making this into a ceiling, and the ceiling kind of closing in on them as they push away from that instead. Both ideas are something I might go with. A little bit of a story time for you. My mentor in graffiti, Demer, had a partner named Soko. Soko would go on in order to teach me a couple of things in graffiti. A long time went past where me and Soko just fell out of contact and we didn't talk to one another anymore. And not because of any animosity or anything like that, no bad blood at all, but not too long ago, Soko and I kind of reconnected over Instagram and he hit me up with a sketch of my name. So in order to kind of like pay honor to him, I went ahead and rocked the sketch out because he did pass it down to me. Now something you guys may not know about me is I actually really enjoy collecting hand styles, throw-ups, and pieces from other people that pass it down to me. I always felt like it was something really humbling, you know? Somebody's taking the time out of their day in order to do this for you, and it was an honor to have them do that. So I always felt it was nice in order to have, just to kind of look back and appreciate the work. Now here's the piece I wanted to share with you guys. This piece is one of my favorites as of recently. While it may not be anything super extravagant or groundbreaking as far as the letter structures are concerned, this was really a study in momentum flow through the use of exterior details. The exterior details facilitate all of the flow and momentum flow in this piece, as they not only integrate into the line uniformity and similarity, but as previously mentioned, lead directly from one letter into another, suggesting the flow of energy throughout the name. I ended up turning this into a digital piece as well, just because I enjoyed it so much. Now initially, I actually didn't want this to have any drop shadow or 3D, and that's why it's designed the way it is. That's why it's designed with a lot of vertical lines. Now knowing there's going to be tangents, I had to do something about that, and I decided to go ahead and shade the 3D. I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to do that properly soon in a video. So if you're not already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and do that. You're not gonna wanna miss out. Now this is a 2-point perspective hybrid style. And man, did I love this one. This one was a lot of fun to work with. I really wanted to kind of bake in and experiment with not only organic forms, but also with texture. Now texture is nothing new to my graffiti. I've been doing texture for literal years on my graffiti. But I wanted to mix them with these organic forms. And then to add color on top of that, it was gonna be a lot of fun. So I had to take this one step further. I had to go ahead and throw in subsurface scattering because man, yo, subsurface scattering is where it's at. That gives you some really interesting lighting effects. This is by far my favorite thing to do in graffiti. Now, some of you guys might end up remembering, but I used to do your guys' names in graffiti as basic pieces in straight letters. And if I was feeling like living life a little bit on the edge, I would go ahead and do something a little bit more stylized. But most of these are pretty simple pieces. And I loved doing this series, but I had to stop. I just did not have the time in order to do this. But that is something I would like to bring back to the channel. This is a little seahorse knight that I drew up for some reason. I don't know why, but I like him. He's cool. Here's a basic straight letter I went ahead and did. I really enjoyed this one. This one was a lot of fun. Nothing too crazy with this. Just once again, your basic standard straight letter. And I really enjoyed the way I colored this one as well. I found that to be a great deal of fun. And here is a random buff arm I drew. I gotta keep up with my own fundamental practice too, you know. Now this piece is dope, alright? This piece is one I really enjoy. Once again, we're not doing anything super crazy as far as letter structures are concerned. I got the hybrid wild styles for that one. But we're messing with another concept. Initially in the beginning of this piece, I was gonna actually add a vanishing point. However, I decided against this. I figured, you know what? Let's keep it your more traditional, fundamental 3D for graffiti. That way I can really see the 3D and try to make more out of that. As opposed to having the 3D get distorted in perspective, I'd only be able to see so much of it as a result of that. And I wanted to avoid that. I wanted to see as much 3D as possible, that way I can take advantage of it. Here we have ourselves another hybrid hybrid wild style that's actually 5-point perspective. This one follows a similar theme as the last one, where I really wanted those more cement forms to interlock and intermingle with the more organic forms. I also have been fascinated and fixated on this idea of graffiti being in an environment and looking like it's actually part of that environment, with the leaves, the plants going ahead and growing on top of the graffiti itself. And that's why we see moss and other plant life beginning to grow on the letters. Now here is probably one of my favorite pieces of the year. This piece says Wart. It's a 2-point perspective hybrid style once again, and it's 100% based off of momentum flow. The whole goal of this piece was to loop the momentum flow and make the letter structures 100% based off of that, while still maintaining the integrity of 2-point perspective as well as the letter structures themselves, because after all, we are doing graffiti, we can't sacrifice the letter. While the W has a massive swell on the left side, that's done in order to build up the momentum for the rest of the piece. This piece was also a great test in order to go ahead and start doing things like more transparent exterior details, which is something I've really been enjoying lately. I did something similar to that on an old painting. But ladies and gentlemen, guys, that brings us to the end of the little sketchbook tour. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, become part of the smartest graffiti community anywhere online. As always, dudes, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time, but until then, peace.